Ladies and gentlemen, you were looking at the beautiful imagery of Chongqing in China, of course, where the World Esports Games are taking place right now. We are going to do live coverage of the Pro Evolution Soccer competition. My name is René. With me is Jos Sonneveld, multiple Dutch champion, and he has in fact taken some international prizes as well. Jos, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty fine, Renee. Thank you for asking. Very excited to see the next match, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see the world champion, the reigning world champion in the 1v1s and 3v3 of last year.
Yeah.
Playing against a pretty well-known player from Southeast Asia, Tam Figo, also known as Tam Figo, from Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly. And he's going to go up against the world champion, like you said, Ettorito, the Italian young man, quite young for a man with his repertoire, right?
Very young, yeah. He's, I guess, 22 or 21 at the moment. And, he has achieved a lot of things, being world champion 2 or 3 times, I guess. And
exactly, yeah.
Multiple times the second place at the world finals.
Yeah. The man from Bari turned 22 just a couple of weeks ago. We had a big PES player have his birthday yesterday as well, by the way. Lotfi, did you know?
Lotfi, yeah. I saw the post.
So big shout out to him, Lotfi, who is of course a big name French player. Yeah, happy birthday. 1 day late, but of course we didn't have a stream yesterday to congratulate you on. So looking at the matches right now, I'll take you through the groups. It's Group A with Roxa, Alamau, Philip Mestre, Emily, and Pro Fares. We just saw Roxa win against Alamau. After being 3-1 down, he managed to clinch it 4-3 when we 5 minutes from time felt like he was going to lose it because he was 1 goal down. Then, of course, we've got Group B with these 2 players. We've got Figo, Ettorito, but other than them, it's Mean Machine, Macaugan Guru, and then Soviet 1207.
Chinese player, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And then in Group C, we've got Esenov, Mr. Romantic, Phantom Duck, and Ari. I know Phantom Duck from Israel. He's a good player as well.
Yeah.
And then in Group D, we've got Stauma, Maestro, Wana, Sofia, and Hassan Pajani. So that's a tough group as well. Would you feel like there's any of these groups is the group of death, or is it quite well balanced?
I think if I'm looking at all of those groups, I think it's pretty balanced. But there's one group which catches my eye immediately, and that's Group A. And actually Group A.
Yeah.
The first match we have. The first match we have seen between Roxa and Alamau, and there's another Brazilian player, Felipe Mestre, who I guess already played a game today or not yet, but. Those 3 players are actually players to watch in those groups, and if you're looking at the other groups, most of them have pretty well-known players. Ettorito in Group B, for example, and if you're looking at Group C, Phantom Duck from Greece is a pretty great player as well, qualified through the European qualifiers. Yeah. And
Greece, of course, I said
exactly, and actually Group D is pretty strong as well with Sofia, the Japanese player. Yeah,
and Hassan Pajani.
Exactly, and Suma, the French guy, that's also known as Asbabiska, I think. The official esports player for Nantes FC.
Yeah, and I think Maestro, he's a Mexican, right?
He's a Mexican,
he's pretty well known as well.
Pretty well known as well, and a great player. And this is actually also a group of death.
Yeah, I feel like it might be as well. So we've got pretty stacked groups right now. We're gonna look at Group B with Figo against Ettorito. Ettore Giannuzzi, we've said it many times, a multiple PES League champion, a world champion, and of course many silver medals as well. I think he has 7 attendances of world finals in total, which is the most of any Pro Evolution Soccer player to date. Also most championships tied with Usmakabil.
Yes, I think they both have won the world title 2 times.
Yeah, exactly.
But the most spectacular thing last year was that Ettorito has won the 1v1s and the 3v3 at the World Finals last year. So that was spectacular, very historical achievement.
Yeah, exactly. And especially for a young man like him as well, because like we said, he is 22 years old right now, just turned it a couple of weeks ago, and somehow he's managed to grab 7 world final attendances. So that's hailing all the way back from when he was 13. He had to bring his parents to that tournament because he wasn't allowed to go alone, obviously. So that's crazy.
Exactly, and at this moment, he's still bringing his parents mostly to the tournaments, and
Yeah.
I think that could be his luck to bring his parents to those tournaments.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, on itself, it's just a very great and wonderful player. I think personally the most decorated player at this moment, and maybe in history. So yeah.
Definitely, in past history he is. So he has the support of his family, which means a great deal to him. And to repay them for bringing him to all those tournaments back in the day, he brings them to the tournaments right now. So that's great to see. And on the other side, like you said, Figo from Vietnam, he is a well-known player as well. Does he have what it takes to bring down this man right here on your screen, Ettore Giannuzzi?
Yeah, well, personally, I think I knew about Figo since last year at the PES League. He was part of the American Regionals finals, I guess, and he's pretty well known in Southeast Asia, playing for Vietnam. He has won several titles in Southeast Asia, playing against several countries as Indonesia or Malaysia, Singapore, and at this moment he's actually the official esports player of Buriram United, a club in Thailand. They have a Thailand E-League Pro. At this moment, 18 or 16 clubs, I guess, are playing a PES related esports competition at the moment. And I guess a few weeks ago he won the 1v1s competition. So he's definitely a player to watch. And
exactly.
I'm curious to see how he will handle this situation playing against the reigning world champion.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The likes of Ettorito from Italy.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got 2 champions going up against each other. It's amazing to see all these official leagues pop up everywhere in the world with clubs and with leagues involved to bring out the best in esporters. And let's see the best come out of these esporters today. Ettore Giannuzzi against Figo. And like we said, Ettorito, the man from Bari in Italy, who has been an esporter, official esporter for Celtic. He's not anymore, right, Jos?
He's replaced by me.
Exactly, yeah.
By the best player in the world.
Exactly. Good news for you.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But
somehow, for some reason, it didn't work out. Maybe they expected more from him when it comes to, obviously not when it comes to accomplishments, but maybe from creating videos, etc.
Or other purposes. I don't know. It's it might be some kind of that direction, but. Yeah, you don't have to forget that he is just a really amazing player, and I think he deserves to be part of a professional football club, to be their esporter, and we will see possibly next year or maybe soon if he will join one of the other big clubs in Europe.
Why do you feel like Italian clubs haven't gotten any PES players on board? As far as I know, are they focusing too much on FIFA? Is it something else?
Yeah, well, what I know at the moment, I have some inside info, is that a lot of clubs are interested in joining the esports situation, and
in Italy as well.
In Italy as well, but the thing is that they don't know how to start off with the esports attached to their real life football club and
to the Serie A.
To the Serie A,
yeah.
And. But yeah, hopefully we can see a lot more clubs, and especially in Italy as well, to join esports or any other esports competitions.
Exactly.
Like, for example, the eFootball Pro competition.
Yeah. So it's either got to be Serie A who makes the first move, or it's got to be one of the big clubs who tries to get the other clubs together and try and set that up. But right now they're just waiting for each other to make that move because they don't really have the expertise and the experience to set it up properly just yet. So, well, if you want advice, we're here. For all questions, call us. Contact us on social media.
Or use the WhatsApp.
Exactly, yeah. You'll see the socials on your screen soon. For me, it's @treurene on everything, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What are your handles?
Mine is actually Indominator94. That's mine, my nickname.
Your birth date?
My birth date as well.
Damn, you're 11 years younger than me, man.
Damn.
Oh, feeling old, feeling old.
You're still looking young, though.
Anyway, on towards the match. Oh, thanks. On to the match, because we're seeing Arsenal come out once again, something that we've seen a lot when stat balancing is on.
Yeah.
So right now it's good to see them go up against another team than Arsenal on the other side as well. So it's going to be Arsenal-Liverpool. Exactly the same matchup we saw in the second leg of the first match, Roxa versus Alamau. Then Roxa was controlling Liverpool and Alamau had Arsenal. And Alamau seemed to have the upper hand, scored 1-0, but then went down 3-1 in the end, even giving up the total fixture, which he was leading 3-1 at some point in total.
Yeah.
How do you feel that he let that slip? Was it just Liverpool being a stronger squad than Arsenal, or was it Roxa being stronger player than Alamau, or a combination of both?
Yeah, well, I think in general Roxa is possibly a stronger player than Alamau, but if you're looking at at those two games itself, I think game management is very important. And yeah, Alamau, I think, made the wrong decision when he was leading 3-1 in 2 games. I think he should have gone or should have go with playing very defensive or all-out defense instead of searching for the fourth goal.
Exactly, yeah.
And creating more chances. And yeah, I think that's the thing where he lost it actually against Roxa.
Yeah. Let's see if we're going to see Arsenal lose a lead once again in this game. We might very well see them take the lead, because it's Suprema Ettorito who is known to score goals for fun. Score goals often in the first half as well. And he's going to go up against the Liverpool of Figo. Like we said, Vietnamese champion, multiple champion I should say. And he's going to go up against multiple world champions. So there is a slight gap when it comes to experience. But still, we can't say that Ettorito is an easy favorite to win this, right?
Exactly. And yeah, well, I'm not sure if everybody in the world of PES knows Figo, but he's very well known in Southeast Asia. Won multiple titles, as I mentioned before.
Yeah.
And yeah, the most important thing is to bring that experience into this tournament today against the reigning champion, because playing against Ettorito, you don't have any time to lose any kind of focus or something.
Exactly, yeah.
And if he just is fully focused, mostly those games will be finished by small details.
Yeah.
And hopefully we will see that today.
Exactly, yeah. Figo on the right side of the pitch, controlling the dark Liverpool shirts. We've got Arsenal in the traditional home kit, red and white, for Suprema Ettorito, who instantly goes for the goal and then reaches the box but loses the ball. There we go, on the offensive, on the counter I should say. It's Figo, but it gets squashed. And there we go, first big chance for Aubameyang in the hands of Ettorito. He just lets the ball slip away too far from his feet. Then we're going to see the goal kick reach Ettorito once again in midfield. Instant pressure once again. I don't feel like Figo has a great start, but here he goes, relieves possession of his counterpart from Italy. And then the Vietnamese tries to set up an attack, gets squared off the ball in midfield. And then we're going to see Arsenal on the break once again.
Yeah, Ettorito actually starting pretty great with a great through ball to his striker, but just came a little bit short to create a decent chance.
Oh, wow.
And this is just great defending from Tam Figo with Henderson to Firmino. Salah with his cut, going for a run.
Oh, that's good.
A great pass to Keita.
Oh,
and Firmino
wow.
with the luck.
That's
in front of his feet.
That's not the most beautiful goal we've seen, but it's very, very important, right?
Yeah, and very surprising that he's taking the lead against the reigning world champion at this moment.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm curious to see how Ettorito will handle this situation.
Exactly, yeah. Especially after that start, where I felt like Figo was not really coming out from under the pressure. His goal kicks were going into the feet of Ettorito in midfield. His build-up was cut short just over the midline or even before it.
Exactly.
And suddenly, the first time he reaches the box, he gets a little bit of luck on the ending pass, because it takes a deflection off the defender and then leaves Firmino in the perfect position to just pull the trigger. Yeah. So there we go, 1-0 for Figo. Do you feel like Ettorito is a guy that gets shaken by these sort of things?
I think, yeah, mostly yes, but if I talk about experience of his games, he sometimes concedes a quick goal at the beginning of the games, but mostly come back with a lot of goals.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, let's see if that will happen the same at this moment.
Oh, this would be great for Figo to grab a quick second goal, because like we said, Ettorito is never out of it, although he does tend to get emotional after conceding goals. And right now he's gonna dictate play up the middle of the pitch, trying to look for the gaps, looking for the openings. He does contain possession. Van Dijk is trying to squeeze in there, but it's going to be Alisson Becker, the other man who has been a great factor in their clean sheets since joining the club, who's going to have to save Figo this time. Not a big save, of course, easy collection. But then we're going to see Figo in possession. Once again loses it before reaching the box. Ettorito once again in possession on that midway line, waiting for the run-ins from the midfielders to try and help their strikers. There we go. Iwobi with room for a shot, but there is the left back who brings the save.
Yeah, the funny thing is you can see that both are a bit sloppy sometimes in the build-up, and especially now at the moment that Ettorito is after conceding the first goal. And but yeah, the thing is mostly at the last passes you can see the strength of Figo, his defending skills. With Virgil van Dijk blocking the last shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Preventing Ettorito from scoring his first goal today.
Yeah, he's got Joel Matip in defense with him, and then on left back position is Joe Gomez, who also had a good interception just now, just before Iwobi was able to pull the trigger. There we go, almost a big second chance for Figo, but can't get the end pass right. And then it's going to be Ettorito on the break once again, reaches the midway line, trying to up the pressure right now, but this is usually where it goes wrong. This time, nice dummy salt by the body fake of Alex Iwobi. Tries to pull it in for the header, just doesn't connect with the cross. And then it's going to be Liverpool on the break once again. Figo, he's quite quick in reaching his forwards, but maybe he should wait for midfielders to combine with them. That's good. Jordan Henderson wonderful. With the clean through pass, and there we go. He finishes it 2-0 up against the reigning world champion Ettorito.
Very clinical.
Wow, yeah. How about that? What went wrong there for Ettorito in this?
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I think it's. We have to give credits to Tam Figo for being very composed in his build-up, creating the chances, as you can see. Waiting for the right moment to pass the ball.
Yeah.
And took fully advantage of the space on the left side with Henderson as a central midfielder, run into the space, and very clinical, of course. He only needed those two chances to score those 2 goals.
Yeah, exactly. He is perfect right now in front of goal. Doesn't miss, as opposed to what we saw Roxa do, create a lot of chances and miss a lot of them. Yeah. This is quite the opposite. Creating a few chances, 2 per half hour, but connecting with both of them in the back of the net. Let's see Ettorito hit the back of the net, because we know he's going to do it sooner rather than later, especially in a home and away match where you got 2 chances to make good on your favorite status, so to speak.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. Ettorito trying to connect with Lacazette, and Iwobi not going to happen just yet. Here we go, Keita on the break, reaches Mane. Firmino on that left flank. Oh, high ball in towards Mane, that's beautiful. Instant shot, the volley not quite reaching the target because the keeper is perfectly positioned to collect the loose ball. I think that's Leno in goal once again for Arsenal. There we go, Iwobi. Maybe it's Czech, by the way.
I guess it was Czech, yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. But you can see that Ettorito is allowing Figo, giving him a lot of space at the midfield.
Yeah.
The defenders of Figo, of Ettorito are standing a bit low, a very low defensive line, as you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
Which gives Figo a lot of space at the midfield to.
Yeah, space in between, those pockets of space in between midfield and offense of Liverpool.
Which makes it easy for Figo to create those chances and.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the way Ajax played against Real Madrid.
Yeah, exactly. Very great in the turnovers.
There was very much space in between midfield and defense, and I'm not sure whether that has to do with Ramos not being there and coaching them properly, or just the way that Real Madrid plays this season, because we've seen it domestically as well.
Yeah,
against opponents.
Yeah, but I think they, as a collective, are a bit less without Ramos, but you have to say it's
Yeah.
Real Madrid. All those players deserve to be at Real Madrid, but at this moment, it's just not something nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. They need something. I'm not sure what they need. Maybe it's 50 goals from one player.
Probably. Yeah.
That's something they're lacking right now. Maybe it's Zinedine Zidane who left as well. Maybe it's even just Keylor Navas in goal, because Thibaut Courtois, he's a great keeper, but
He hasn't his great season at Real
exactly,
Madrid.
yeah, he hasn't made a difference yet, and we've seen Keylor Navas with some insane performances in the past.
Yeah.
So leading them to the 3 Champions League titles. Of course, same with Ronaldo up front and Zidane in the coaching seat. So it's probably a combination of multiple factors. And right
Possibly.
now, just the lack of confidence, because you know, when you step onto the pitch with Ronaldo up front, you know that you're 1-0 ahead basically, and you know that your opponents are shaking in their boots, especially the defenders.
Exactly, and yes.
Right now, that factor is not there.
Exactly, and if you're looking at PES, that it's the same with Ettorito, playing with him as
wow.
in the team. As you can see,
Yeah.
clinical as well.
Yeah, exactly.
With the small amount of space he gets, he's very clinical.
Yeah, exactly. Finally, he's showing it with Alex Iwobi scoring the goal, and instantly not celebrating, but showing his teammates the way to the midway line, because they need to do more, and he knows it.
Yes.
Good goal. Great goal.
Great passing between the 16 yards space.
Yeah. I love the way the keeper just lays there. Like
Great 1-2 actually with who was the midfielder? Denis Suarez.
Yeah.
Former player of FC Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah, exactly. He didn't quite make it there. Hopefully he can do more at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Right now he's doing it on the digital pitch with an assist. Roberto Firmino for Liverpool on the ball. It's Figo once again in possession with his...
You can see that Figo once more against the reigning world champion. He wants to show his class.
Oh yeah. And he's doing it because he's 2-1 up.
Exactly.
Just conceded, but still, you know, with half an hour left to play, he's got a big chance of at least winning one of these 2 matchups. Oh, the big chance!
And
Aubameyang on his left foot, not just getting the shot off properly.
Very unlucky.
Yeah, and great goalkeeping, keeping Figo in this match.
Yep.
But Ettorito once again gets possession quickly again. Is Figo shaken from this goal against him? Or will he just keep playing his own game? We're about to find out when he gets possession once again. But Ettorito gets a big chance, but in an offside position, I guess. It's going to be offside or a goal kick. Doesn't really matter much.
Or possibly a corner kick.
Yeah, it could be as well. Yeah, it goes off the goalkeeper.
Oh, and the last save from Alisson Becker.
Yeah.
So it's a corner kick for
I
Arsenal.
thought that was offside, wasn't it?
It looked like, but as you can see, it's a corner kick.
Yeah, maybe because it took a deflection off the defender. Maybe the PlayStation says like it's not a pass.
It's not our day.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna see the corner. Nketiah gonna try and sweep one in. He just came in for, I think, Aubameyang.
Yeah. Let me see. I guess if we're looking at the stamina gauge of Aubameyang, he was fully empty. So
Yeah, exactly.
he had to make the substitution.
Yeah, and Maitland-Niles came in for the midfielder we talked about earlier, Denis Suarez, who didn't make an impact at Barcelona, did make an impact today. Look at that Liverpool. Oh, trying to go for the through pass onto Mohamed Salah, the quick Egyptian man, the Egyptian king as he is called. In fact, there was of course the vote for who was going to be the new ruler of the country, and even though he was not anywhere on the on the stamps, on the flyers, he was voted for Salah.
Okay.
He had some votes from people saying that he should be the new king. That's crazy.
Egyptian king.
That's fun. Like in the past, we've seen George Weah become president of Liberia.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's great stuff.
You can see that the football players do have a lot of influence on certain countries.
Yeah, a lot of popularity as well.
Exactly.
Not sure whether or not it's smart to put a football player in such a position. Of course, depends on the player as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Socrates with a good interception.
Well defended.
Yeah, exactly. So Figo on the back foot once again. Ettorito in possession, right outside of his box. That's good combination. Good link-up play. Oh, there we go. Maitland-Niles, how are you going to not make that? And he's going to make it in a rebound as well. He gets a second chance after putting it in the feet of the goalkeeper. Of course, not able to clear that away. And then we're going to see another Arsenal goal. 2-2 the scoreline right now. More resembling of what we expected than how it started out, because it was 2-0 for Figo at some point. Do you feel like this turnaround is going to get arrested by Figo? Is he going to still be able to stamp his authority on this match? Or do you feel like right now he's in a roller coaster ride that he's not in control of?
Yeah, well, at this moment, Ettorito has the advantage of getting back the momentum. Figo has now got the time to come back mentally.
Yeah, refocus.
Exactly, and yeah, but still he has a chance. It's 2-2. Anything is possible. Still 30 minutes, I guess, left, or 20 minutes. Let me see.
It's true. I'm not quite sure
80 minutes left.
How far Figo had to travel to Sean King, but of course for Ettorito it's a long way out. So maybe
pretty long distance, yeah.
Oh yeah. So maybe a little bit of jet lag coming in there for at least one of these players, but probably both of them.
Possibly.
Because Vietnam to China is still a long distance. Well, there we go. Ettorito just full force going up front. Lacazette fed in by Aubameyang. Surely he's not going to miss, and that's exactly what we're expecting to see from Ettorito. He's so clinical, like you said, so lethal in front of goal.
Yeah, wonderful skills he used. The fake shot at the edge of the 16 yards, and puts himself one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and very clinical finishing from Ettorito with Lacazette.
Yeah, and that physicality once again playing a part, like you said. Lacazette so strong. He is in a duel with the defender. He is slightly ahead of him, but still able to hang on to that and to put the goal away beautifully.
Absolutely.
Look at this defender clutching onto him. It's Van Dijk even, I think.
Yeah, Van Dijk was a bit too late, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Not what we expected from him.
Exactly, yeah. Of course, he is the man who's stepping in for his teammate who already got sold a dummy by Lacazette with the first touch. So yeah, not much to do there for him. And Lacazette on the scoreboard right now. It's Arsenal up 3-2. It's Ettorito who completely turned this game around. Something similar as to what we saw in the first matchup, but this time it's already happening in the first match of the two. Yeah. In the home leg for Arsenal. Of course, you'd expect them to win at the Etihad Stadium. We talked about the Etihad Stadium just yesterday, and about Highbury as well.
Exactly, the old home base of Arsenal.
Exactly. Got to spend
turned into a nice apartment complex.
Got to spend a few nights there with my friend Bastiaan Bos, who was there for work. So that was amazing to spend some nights at the Highbury grounds, just in what used to be the stands, which are now turned into apartments. But you can still clearly see the outlines of the stadium. You can still clearly see the pitch, which is now a park with a fountain in the middle. It's just beautiful. It's magical to be there. Nice. It's magical to spend a night there. But let's focus on this match, of course, because we've only got 5 minutes left to go in the first leg. It's going to be Liverpool on the break. Sadio Mane, he's strong, he's quick, and oh, what's Salah doing? He's of course waiting not to be in the offside position, but yeah. He ran back a bit too far, I felt, not to give Sadio Mane many options up front. Otherwise, we could have seen the 3-3 for Figo. Still can happen.
Anything is possible, René.
Yeah, he's doing well right now. Oh, look at that. Great.
Lallana.
Oh, there it is. 3-3 in this first leg of 2. And Figo is right back in this. What a beautiful moment to score it as well, just before time. And bringing back momentum to his side, because surely Ettorito was steamrolling in this second half, scoring 3 goals unreplied. And now finally the reply from Figo, showing that he's very much still in this match. If there were any questions to be asked about his qualifications to make it tough on Ettorito, he has answered it. He has more than answered it. He's doing everything he can to take points away from Ettorito. And right now 3-3, both players at a point, but of course one more leg to go.
Exactly, and yeah, and Figo is you have shown it before at several international tournaments in Southeast Asia, showing his mental strength. Like now.
Did you play in any of the tournaments where he contended as well? Because I know you played some tournaments in Asia. Yeah,
well, last summer I played at the Southeast Asian PES finals, the C finals, also known as the C finals, and there were 6 countries participating, which including Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Myanmar, and Thailand.
Yeah.
So pretty strong and big PES communities in Southeast Asia.
Definitely, yeah.
And Tam Figo was actually the winner of that tournament.
Yeah.
Winning against Akbar Paudi, a player from Indonesia. Very young as well, 16 years old.
Yeah.
And then
did you go head-to-head at any point during this tournament with him, with Figo?
I haven't played against him, only some friendly matches last year in Argentina at the PES League Americas regional finals.
All right.
And from that moment I already knew that this player is just a great player to watch. And
something to keep in the back of your mind, that this Figo is someone to take into account when you're talking about favorites to win this tournament. And,
exactly.
Yeah, you already knew it. I hadn't seen him play much right now. I haven't seen him play on the grandest of stages, the world's esports games in Chongqing. I'm pretty convinced that what you said is correct.
Yeah.
This guy is one to take into consideration when you're talking about favorites to take the tournament. You can see his focus. He's relaxed.
Exactly.
Throwing up the thumbs to his audience, to his buddies who are there to support him. And later in this tournament, we will throw in the Tobii eye tracker technology to let you see exactly what the players are pondering at that moment, what they are thinking about, what are the options they are looking at.
Exactly.
Especially showing which players up front they're looking at. It's always great to see.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how what the thoughts of the players are and the minds, what's going on.
And you probably know that better than anyone, what they're probably thinking about, but still you're not gonna know 100% for sure.
Exactly.
And for me and the viewers, it's a great insight in the psyche of top Pro Evolution Soccer players, because I have been a tournament player, but it was Counter-Strike. It's a completely different ball game. It's not even a ball game.
Exactly.
And this is so. Of course, I know my football. I like to watch a lot of Champions League, as it's obvious by now. But I haven't been playing FIFA or PES at a high level. I've played it with friends, of course, but it's not like the way you guys play it.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the Tobii eye tracking system, that's pretty interesting for the casters as well. You can see from certain players if they have a great awareness or something.
Yeah.
If they are watching or making use of the whole pitch, or
exactly,
for example, just only in certain areas. And it's very interesting to see how those players are thinking during the games. And
because I'm always focusing on my own options, on my forwards up front, but our professional players may be looking more at the guys in between who are able to cut off these supply lines.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see.
And the nice thing as well in football games as PES, there's a radar at the screen downwards. So
important.
I'm very curious to see if a lot of players are actually using that the radar.
I feel like the great players are always looking at the radar a lot, right?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
How often do you look at the radar?
Pretty much, actually. I'm always looking at the radar.
See?
No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm making a lot of use of the radar, of course. But I think most players do. Just to find its space on the left or the right side, or sometimes create space for one of the strikers in front.
It's important to be able to have awareness on multiple positions on your screen at the same time.
Absolutely.
You have that down better than anyone. I know that from playing Tetris against you on the Switch and Mario Kart as well on the plane. So
and the same goes for the hand and eye coordination in combination with this eye tracking.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always very impressed with the way some of these players can handle the joypad. You as well. It's insane. And you've made your way to a top level quite quickly as well, because like we talked about, I only saw you appear at tournaments somewhere in 2015.
Yes, well, that was actually the year I started to play PES competitively. I always used to play PES at home with friends or family, with my brothers. Always playing a tournament with only 4 players, and at a certain moment I was playing online in 2015 and thought, hey, I was pretty good, winning a lot of games, so why not take a try to join the qualifiers in Holland. And since then,
because in 2016, when we all reconvened at PES League qualifiers in Holland, at the pre-qualifiers, so not the big Dutch championship just yet, everybody was already talking about you like a potential Dutch champion. So just 1 year after starting competitively, that shows that you have some talent, some natural skill as opposed to players who have to work for years to reach that level.
Perhaps, yeah. Yeah, well, actually the turnover point was when I played my first qualifier, and the organizer told me, hey, you're pretty good, you should have... You should put a lot of time or effort to practice.
Yeah, Melvin Walters.
Melvin Walters, actually from Bundle. So
yeah, great guy.
Very thankful for him. For his speech and motivation.
Exactly. I'm grateful to him too, because he invited me to do commentary. He saw my commentary at a lot of events, and him and Camille Slingerland invited me to do commentary for PES League as well. Done
Very
it for
nice.
5 years for Dutch tournaments, and then unfortunately a lot of it went online. But oh, there we go! Big chance for Barcelona already, and that's Figo.
Just at the wrong side of the post again.
So close. Figo right now playing with Barcelona. Let's cut off our PES League talks and focus on what's happening on the big stage once again.
Yes.
Because right now, World Esports Games with $52,500 on the line. Big prize money.
Big stake.
Definitely, yeah. So the pressure is on these players right now. But these players know better than anyone to work with that pressure.
Pass.
Oh, look at that. Oh, just not room for the shot for Coutinho. Great interception from the defender. Giving away a corner, but that's just as good as you could have wanted for the defender to have found a solution.
Yes, and Figo starting very promising with 2 great through balls, but just the strikes came a little bit too short to create a decent chance.
Exactly, yeah.
But let's see what he has...
So once again we're seeing Arsenal come out for Ettorito. So it's not like they have to choose another team in the second leg, but some of them just prefer to switch things up.
Yeah.
So Figo somehow not happy with drawing 3-3 against the reigning world champion, it seems.
And using Liverpool. So I think he...
That's why he switched to Barcelona, apparently. Yeah. I feel like he was doing very well with Liverpool. I feel like, why not use it again?
Yeah, he created a lot of chances, especially in the counter. And but he might feel like they were not clinical enough, the strikers of Liverpool, and perhaps he is...
yeah, of course, Suarez, Messi up front.
He's
something else.
Trying to create something now with the great Barcelona attackers, the likes of Messi and Suarez and Coutinho up front.
Yeah, exactly. A little less speed maybe, but more clinical in front of goal, like you said. That could be a factor. Still, I feel like don't change your winning formula. And maybe you can't say it was a winning formula because it was a draw, 3-3, but still doing that against Ettorito, that feels like a win for me.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh well, we're going to see how it pans out. Maybe I'm going to be proven wrong. Maybe this Barcelona is going to show themselves equal to this Arsenal of Ettorito, as well as Liverpool just did for Figo, who has been controlling the shots on the left side of the field. Right now he's doing very well defensively. Has created a couple of chances in the beginning of this match as well. Lionel Messi now on the right flank. Twists and turns, doing the magic. He is the wizard.
Passes back to Messi. Messi going forwards.
Ooh, of course, trying to go for the shot with the Argentine towards the left side of the goal. But of course the defender is in between, pushing him. So no strength on that shot, no speed on it. Oh, there we go. Arsenal. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, wow.
And Aubameyang very clinical with his head.
Perfect start for Ettorito up against the defense of Barcelona, who isn't able to hold him off from scoring. Aubameyang, who has scored an insane amount of away goals for Arsenal mainly.
Exactly, and Ettorito actually showing his trademark by passing or giving those high through balls and finishes off with headers. That's the thing. We've seen a lot from Ettorito this year, especially during the PES League tournaments. Yeah,
he's been insane, seeing those possibilities for the high balls.
Wonderful.
Makes me think about the one Roxa scored at the end with the chip over the top for Mohamed Salah to latch onto when there's 2 other options. Exactly. This time there were less options, so it's more of an easy way out.
A bit more easier way out, but still timing is very important, and you can see that Ettorito is have been there before and practiced a lot at those similar kind of situations and practiced on it, and as I mentioned, it's timing is very important.
Oh yeah,
you have to put the defender on the wrong foot.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what he did.
Time the run perfectly, and of course the lofted pass. So maybe maybe saying it's an easy option, that's not true, of course, but it was basically the only option. So, but you still have to spot it, and there is the ball on the post. That's amazing. Almost 2-0 up for Ettorito. So this game starts out a little bit different than the first one, because back then we saw Figo take the 2-0 lead. Still, Figo was the one creating the chances in the first 5 minutes. Let's not forget that. He had the first 2 big chances. But like we have always seen, Ettorito is so clinical with his chances. 1 on the post, 1 on the back of the net. So right now he's looking on fire once again. He's looking to take this game by the scruff of the neck and pull it over the line.
Wonderful pass to Denis Suarez. And Welbeck takes the shot, but great block from Semedo, the right defender of Barcelona.
Yeah.
Oh, and still a free kick for Ettorito.
Interesting position.
He's not going for the shot, he's going for the pass.
Yeah, going
Probably.
for a layoff. That's usually what you do, although this position would be...
I would have taken the shot.
Yeah? Yeah, it's so close. Ooh, there we go. In the end, we are going to see that shot after the layoff, but close to the goal, not just connecting. Of course, Ter Stegen, insanely good keeper. Maybe the best keeper in the world right now.
Probably, and definitely in pass. He's a very one of the strongest keepers, I think. With what is his name? De Gea from
De Gea
from Spain,
and maybe Becker from Liverpool.
And here's Figo with Messi.
Yes, there it is.
Wonderful goal.
Oh, classic Messi goal. The balance is insane on this little man. Up against a big defender, just manages to hold on to the ball some way and then puts it in the back of the net on the long side of the goal. Beats the goalkeeper like we're used to seeing him do in real life. This guy, he's got 34 matches played this season for Barcelona. He's got 34 goals and 12 assists. Wow. And on the digital pitch, he's doing it as well. That is insane.
Amazing numbers.
Yeah. Like has been doing for like 12 years now.
Yeah. That
is insane. I feel like it's a matter of time before he takes over the amount of goals Ronaldo has scored. But still, that's a
crazy amount of...
yeah, both of these guys.
Yeah.
Scoring numbers even Pelé would be jealous of, and Pelé was doing those kind of numbers in Brazil, let's not forget, which even back then wasn't the strongest league in the world.
We just have to be lucky that we are living in a moment where Ronaldo and Messi are playing at the same time period.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like if either of these guys wasn't there, the other one wouldn't have been as good as he is today.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think the same.
Oof. Good defending. Lenglet, the Frenchman, in between. Heading it back to the goalkeeper. Otherwise, Aubameyang would have been clean through on goal, or maybe have a good header opportunity. Philippe Coutinho, like we said, he hasn't been finding his feet at the Camp Nou just yet. But this time he's getting a great chance, and we're going to see Figo take the lead once again up against Ettorito. 2-1 in the second leg. After the first leg was 3 against 3. So right now we're looking at a 5-4 scoreline. That is insane. As much as a match as you would have wanted.
Exactly, and you could see that Messi took his shot, but the defending of Arsenal were a bit sloppy in clearing the ball away, and you can see that Coutinho was just at the right spot at the right time, and was very clinical in his finishing.
Exactly, yeah. The man from Bari scratching his beard. What does he have to do right now to turn this around? Because that's what he's looking at once again. He took the lead at some point after being 2-0 down. He took the lead with 3-2. Then Figo struck back. Then he took the lead once again in the second match. 1-0 up. But right now he's looking at a 2-1 deficit.
Yeah, and you can see that Ettorito still allows Figo a lot of space in his attack. As you can see, Coutinho is completely free in the 16 yards box.
Yeah.
And he still had an option at the left side, as in the likes of Rakitic or Dembele it was.
Yeah, exactly. So do you feel like Ettorito needs to change something in his defensive formation, or maybe midfield?
Yeah, I think he should have give a bit more pressure. I think his defensive line is standing a bit too low. But
oh wow!
Almost
2 chances to pull the trigger, but great defense. Keeper not even needed.
But yeah, I think he needs to push up his defensive line a bit more forwards. Yeah. Stand a bit higher to give just that kind of edge of giving more pressure.
Yeah, more pressure in the build-up.
Exactly, and
to make sure he doesn't get as far as he is doing. Exactly. Because right now he's looking to... Well, oh, there we go.
Offside.
Lofted ball over the top, but offside, yeah, and easily enough for the goalkeeper as well. as it was too deep, that ball through the air. Right now Barcelona is looking as strong as ever in the hands of Figo. Figo, of course, a former Barcelona player as well, former Real Madrid player as well. He was called the traitor, the cerdo, which freely translates to the pig in English.
Traitor.
Yeah, definitely. He wasn't loved in Camp Nou anymore after that move. We've seen the same happen with other players later. There we go.
A wonderful move from Figo, and Suarez again clear.
Oof, wow.
Very clear chance. One-on-one with the goalkeeper.
That's insane. Right now I'm looking at Ettorito and I'm feeling like, usually you'd feel like he has a way to come back in this, but his face is saying, I'm just not feeling it right now.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think he should change now something in his formation or tactics, because the strikers of Figo are completely free, mostly in front of the goal.
Yeah.
Get a lot of space.
So Figo is definitely right about the switch. That much is certain by now.
Yeah, he's allowing him too much at the moment.
I thought it was working with Liverpool, but it's working even better with Barcelona. So
yeah.
maybe this was something that he had in his mind all the time already.
He is
starting out with Liverpool and then doing the switch.
Exactly. He has made the right decision to pick Barcelona instead of Liverpool.
Yeah, Suarez clinical, Coutinho scoring as well, and of course the beautiful one from Messi in the head-to-head duel with the defender.
Very
oh,
composed.
This is looking insane, yeah. And now Messi surely gonna try and cut inside. Oh, that's beautiful, silky footwork in the box of Arsenal. Doesn't get a shot off because 2 defenders is just one too many. But right now, Arsenal is on the back foot, backpedaling, trying to reach the goal once again. That is good. This is looking solid. He's got a lot of options up front. Tries to reach the man wide on the flank. Danny Welbeck right now. Does he have room for the shot? He's going to lay it off to Iwobi.
Oh, save.
Yeah.
He was going to the top of the corner, but Ter Stegen.
Yeah. Still in the right side of the goal, of course, because the ball was on that left flank for a long time.
Look at that. It would have gone in.
Yeah. If Ter Stegen had run back across the goal anymore, he wouldn't have been able to turn around. But still, Arsenal 2 goals down, 3-1. That is, remind you, 6 versus 4 in total the score in favor of Figo, the man from Vietnam, with a dream start of this tournament, it seems.
Wonderful step over.
Yeah, beautiful body feint.
Oof. Already 2 goal difference against the reigning world champion. Wow.
Yeah.
That says enough about
the strength of Figo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dream start, I feel like. Could you have imagined this going any better?
Yeah, well, actually, I haven't expected for him to take a lead, especially now with two goals difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, the key now is to keep composed, keep ball position.
Yeah. After being 1 down as well at the start of this match, the second leg.
It showed his mental strength, his class.
Oh yeah. He's shown it a couple of times because, of course, he was 3-2 down in the first match as well after taking the lead initially. Then he fought back. Second match, he's fighting back even harder. And he's apparently taking this. Controlling the game. Scoring the goals. Good stuff from Arsenal defending, but they don't have many options up front. Nketiah.
There's only one striker up front. Yeah. He should definitely change something.
Yeah, of course that was due to the corner, but still.
Yeah.
Aubameyang now showing himself up front as well. Nketiah and Lacazette there as well. So he's got 3 strikers, but maybe needs to put a bit more pressure on it because 25 minutes left in this match. That's not a lot.
Exactly, and you can see Tam Figo is taking his time, making his decisions, passing, and you can see Suarez now completely free. He's going for ball position.
Yeah, if he scores now, it's going to be all over, I feel. And that's strange saying that against Ettorito.
Yeah.
Although, of course, 20 minutes left to go. Theoretically, it can be done. In fact,
wonderful 1-2 pass.
Oh, just wide of the target, just not balanced enough.
I think Aubameyang is a bit empty now.
Yeah, definitely. Usually he would have scored those kind of opportunities. Of course, he was dueling with a defender there, trying to lean into him. So, of course, he's leaning with his right foot towards the right as well. So you can understand that going wide of the goal, but still.
And now you can see the great thing Figo is doing, build up from the back, keeping ball position against Ettorito, the reigning world champion.
Yeah.
With still 20 minutes left.
Insane. Started out in 2011 when Ettorito reached PES World Final for the first time. He managed to finish runner-up immediately there at Cologne. It was at the Gamescom convention. And then the year after, it started in 2010.
Yeah, against Christopher,
as a
I guess.
runner-up.
He lost against Christopher, the Portuguese player, the French-Portuguese player,
Yeah,
who is also
exactly.
qualified for the PES League Regional Final Season 2 in Porto. So
Yeah.
he's playing in his home base.
Yeah,
So
interesting.
and he
Good
has
player.
been world champion one time in 2010 against Ettorito, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it all started out for Ettorito. A year after, he did take the world title in 2011.
Exactly.
That was at the Gamescom. And then in 2014, he was at Old Trafford in the Evolution suit. Also finished runner-up. Oh, wow. Let's focus on the ending of this match right now, because he's still going to create some chances,
Great
it seems. 10 minutes left to go. Barcelona on the break once again. 2010, that was back in Mallorca, right?
2010. Yeah, possibly, probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was Mallorca, and there
In Spain.
Christopher took the title. Ettorito was second, starting off with a big bang, only 13 years old. At 14 years of age, he took his first world title. He took it again in 2018, and runner-up again in 2017. Sorry.
17, yeah.
Yeah, and 2014. That's insane. And then also the Youth League winner in 2014.
And he just scored his second goal. So
that's
still one
still
goal.
can be done.
Still one goal left for him.
We've got about 5 minutes. We've seen this guy do many insane things over the years, especially the last few years. Back from 2017, he has been seeming to be impossible to beat. Just that final in 2017, when he went runner-up. 2018, he has been exceptional.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
Very stunning.
Although today it seems that he is beatable.
Yeah, and he probably needs a wake-up call like now.
Yeah.
So who knows, he can grow back up in this tournament.
Yeah. In
And
Liverpool,
still-
he didn't lose one single match.
Yeah. So possibly he needs might think to use another team, or perhaps staying with Arsenal and growing with this team.
Yeah, that might factor in as well, because Arsenal is of course great when stat balancing is on, but right now up against Barcelona, you see that there's a difference in class, especially in the middle of the pitch.
And actually, without the stat balancing, you don't have a lot of options actually, as the players are not that strong, or as they are in the stat balancing mode.
Exactly. You mean the players on the bench that you can bring in? As
Exactly.
substitutes. Yeah. Of course, up front, like I said, and Aubameyang, that's fine.
So he's
got
very
Özil as
limited
well.
in his substitutions.
Definitely. Arthur, man coming in. The midfield maestro, who has been doing insanely well, as opposed to what we talked about earlier with Coutinho. He has been surpassing all expectations. Still, he's gonna get big competition next year. For
1 minute left
with Frankie de Jong. Yeah.
for
1 minute.
Ettorito to
And
come
we're
back.
gonna see some injury time. Can it still be done to grab a draw?
Figo taking his time, running into the
Yeah,
direction of the
course.
corner flag.
Yeah, he's gonna finish this.
Oh,
In fact, he might very well score another one.
oh wow, wonderful.
Wow, defender gets taken out, but the keeper is still there to save them. But still,
And the
it's
game
not
is
enough.
over. Very surprising.
Yeah,
Tam Figo wins his first match against the
Wow.
reigning world champion.
insane.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Very
wonderful as well.
surprising.
And he doesn't even look that happy. He's just like, yeah,
It's
well,
just
you know,
another day at
no,
work.
Yeah, exactly. Just another day at the office. That's insane. I would have expected him to be jubilant with joy. But right now, you see our colleagues in Shanghai on the screen. World Esports Games right now with the Pro Evolution Soccer competition. Like we said, a lot of money at stake. My name is René Teur. With me is Jos Sonneveld, and we just saw Ettorito being beaten for the first time in a very long time. I think for the first time in, 2019.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
did he get beaten in 2018 at some point? I don't even think so.
Yeah, there were some rounds where he got beaten by a few players, but yeah, in general, he hasn't lost much last year, and this year as well. He won almost every game in the PES League regional finals in season 1, and now
Exactly.
yeah, he's starting off with a loss this competition. So
not what we expected.
No, exactly, and he still has 3 other players left to play.
Yeah.
But I think personally he has already faced the toughest opponent probably of his group.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And of course,
that's a good thing for him.
Top 2 go on from the group, so
exactly.
So he's chance for him to qualify.
Exactly. So he still has a lot of time and matches left to eventually go through the knockout phase.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hope we can see more spectacle from both these players anytime soon. I'm going to inform you about the next match that we will be doing. It's going to be Group C, and then we're going to be seeing a Chinese player. We have yet to find out who that is, and he's going to be taking it up against Esanov from Uzbekistan, who is a very good player indeed. So that's going to be a good match to watch as well. Thank you all for watching, and we will be right back with you.